Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Centex Solutions. I need to apologize for the delay. I have actually been so busy. We have our PI planning in progress. It's been crazy. So back to today's discussion, I get people reach out to me, say, hey, I've been applying, I've sent us some applications and I have not been called for an interview. Some are frustrated, some are giving up. So I'm here to actually challenge you and also tell you what you need to do. Yes, to be called for an interview or to be singled out, you need to be exceptional. So what I tell my students, what I tell my mentees to do is get an additional certification. Yes, it is not just enough for you to be a Scrum Master certified. You can get a SAFe certification. You can also do Kanban. Get a PMP, get something that would make you outstanding so that when they narrow down the search, you'll be on top of it. Another thing I advise my mentees to do is every Sunday evening, delete those resume that you've uploaded in the job search sites and upload them back again. That way you're on top of application list. Yeah. Then thirdly, I advise my mentees to get their hands dirty with the tools. There are a lot of free videos, free online tools that you can practice with. You can learn Jira, you can learn ADO, you can learn Excel. You need to know Excel. Some organizations are very big on Excel. They use it for reporting. Some use Power BI, some use Informatica. It all depends. So get your hands dirty. It won't cost you anything. Those videos, those free learning sites are free. You also have them in LinkedIn Learning, yes. Another thing I advise my mentees to do is when you're applying for a job, look at the job description. There are key points, there are key expectations from the recruiters that they need you to have. Right? I tell them to please update it. Yes, you need to update it. Get those key points and put them in your resume. That way, when they do the search, you will come on top of the list. I also tell them to know one or two projects. You are claiming that you are a Scrum Master, that you have experience, right? Then you should be able to talk about one or two projects. What are those projects that you may have worked on? Get a hands on it, get to know the project, understand it. Yes, you need to understand it. You really do not need those technical aspect of it, but you need what are the objectives, what is that project going to impact those projects are going to have on your stakeholders. You need to understand the software development life cycle. What are the phases? You see, one of my mentees went for an interview and he was asked, you said something about transiting from waterfall to agile. Can you tell me how softwares are being developed in a waterfall environment? What are the software development life cycle? You want to understand the requirement gathering stage, usually done by the BA. You want to understand the designing stage. You also want to understand the implementation stage where the developers did not come in. You also want to understand the QA testing stage where they test everything that the developers they have done to see if there are defaults, if there are bugs or anything. You want to understand that phase. You also want to understand the UAT stage where the business, the stakeholders, they come and they test what the QA have tested and said, okay, this is working very well. They want to also experience it and see if it is working. Then you also need to understand from the UAT, is it on demand? Do they deploy or do they release straight to the customers? You need to understand those phases in the software development life cycle. Another thing that you also need to understand is, you see, when you're clicking, when you're applying, when you go to a company's site, say for example in LinkedIn, and you see an advert, you click on it. If you check properly, you're going to see the name of the recruiter that made that post. As soon as you're done applying, please reach out to the recruiter. Send an email, send a message inbox and sell yourself. Tell them why they should consider you for that position. 50% of the time, those that actually did this were called for an interview. And lastly, you really do not need to be discouraged. There are a lot of competitions. The competition for Scrum Masters these days, a lot of competitions out there. It is a tight one. At times I click on those adverts and I see 500 applicants. I'm like, oh wow, this is becoming serious. And apart from that, I need you to understand that there a lot of companies are laying off. Resection is actually in progress. You have to be patient. You have to be you have to persevere. You have to keep pressing and keep applying. Giving up is not an option. I want to thank you once again for coming back to my channel. I see the likes, I see the comments. You can also leave me a message. Please tell me, what are those pressing informations that you need to know? What are those topics that you need to know? Interview questions, the things that you don't understand that you need and that you need me to speak on. Please leave a message for me and I'll do a video right away. Thank you so much once again. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye bye.